They said her skin was too dark. They said she'd never book jobs. They said Australia wasn't ready for a model like her. Duckie Thot heard every rejection, every excuse, every no. Then she packed her bags, crossed the world, and became one of fashion's biggest stars. This is how rejection built a supermodel. Imagine finishing third on Australia's Next Top Model. You think doors will open, careers will launch, dreams will happen. But for Duckie Thot, the opposite happened. Doors slammed shut, agencies turned away, all because of her beautiful dark skin. This South Sudanese refugee could have given up, accepted defeat. Instead, she did something that changed fashion history. Today on Elite Heaven, how Duckie Thot went from Australia's most rejected model to the world's most wanted face. To understand Duckie's triumph, understand her beginning. Her parents fled South Sudan's civil war. Mother pregnant with Duckie during the escape. They arrived in Melbourne as refugees. Started from nothing in a country that didn't always welcome them. Duckie Thot, born October 23, 1995. First of 7 siblings born in Australia. Teachers couldn't pronounce Nyadak. The kids laughed, so she became Duckie, a silly nickname that became a powerful brand. Growing up, Duckie watched Sister Nikki model, saw the glamour at photo shoots, but also saw how few models looked like her. Magazines showed only pale faces, runways featured only light skin. Still, she dreamed. At 17, auditioned for Australia's Next Top Model, made the final 3, third place on national TV. Most models would ride that to stardom, not Duckie Thot. After the show ended in 2013, reality hit hard. Duckie couldn't book jobs. Casting directors would look at her portfolio, see her skin, and suddenly remember the spot was filled. Sorry, not right for this campaign. We're going in a different direction. Maybe next time. The excuses piled up, but Duckie knew the truth. In Australia's fashion industry, her skin color was considered a problem. Not an asset, a limitation, not beauty. She'd walk into castings where she was the only black model. Stand in lines of blonde, blue-eyed girls. Feel eyes dismiss her before she even walked. Photographers didn't know how to light dark skin. Makeup artists didn't have her shades. Clients didn't think she'd sell products to Australian consumers. For 3 years, Duckie struggled, watching less talented models book jobs she deserved, seeing mediocre faces on billboards while her portfolio collected dust. Her agent suggested skin lightening, said it would help her career, make her more marketable, more versatile. That's when Duckie knew. Australia would never see her beauty. The country that gave her refuge couldn't give her respect. She had 2 choices: give up or get out. In 2016, Duckie Thot made the bravest decision of her life. She bought a one-way ticket to New York. Landing in Brooklyn with big dreams and bigger determination, Duckie had scheduled meetings with multiple agencies. No guarantees, no safety net, just faith in herself. New York's modeling world was different, more diverse, more open, but also more competitive. Thousands of beautiful faces from every corner of Earth. Duckie walked into agency after agency. This time, reactions were different. Eyes widened, phones came out, whispers started. Who is she? That bone structure. The skin is incredible. Multiple agencies wanted to sign her. The same features Australia rejected, New York celebrated. She chose New York Model Management and prepared to restart her career. Then came the day that changed everything. Duckie left a casting, probably the 20th that week. Just another face in the crowd. Or so she thought. Someone ran after her on the street. "Excuse me." "Wait!" It was Kanye West's assistant. "Kanye wants to meet you right now." Most people would think it's a scam, some crazy person. But something told Duckie to follow. She met Kanye West that same day. He saw what Australia couldn't, booked her for a magazine cover immediately, then cast her in his Yeezy Spring/Summer 2017 show, her international runway debut. From being rejected in Melbourne to walking for Kanye in New York, the transformation was beginning. After Yeezy, everything accelerated. But Duckie's challenges weren't over. She discovered a dirty secret about fashion's diversity problem. Brands would book her for shoots, then realize they didn't have makeup for dark skin. She'd sit in chairs while artists mixed foundations, trying to create her shade. Sometimes she'd bring her own makeup to professional shoots. Nobody taught them about black skin, Duckie revealed. I was often the only person of color on set. Instead of complaining, she educated, taught makeup artists about undertones, showed them techniques, turned every job into a teaching moment. Then Rihanna called. Fenty Beauty was launching, a makeup line with 40 shades of foundation, revolutionary diversity, and Rihanna wanted Duckie as a face of the brand. Finally, a beauty company that didn't see her skin as a problem to solve, but as beauty to celebrate. Duckie became Fenty's star, proving dark skin sells products worldwide. The girl rejected for her complexion was now the face of beauty's most inclusive brand. Karma never looked so gorgeous. In 2018, legendary photographer Tim Walker was shooting the Pirelli calendar. Not just any calendar, fashion's most prestigious annual project. The concept? Alice in Wonderland with an all-black cast. For Alice, they needed someone special, young, beautiful, magnetic. They chose Duckie Thot. Styled by Edward Enninful, British Vogue's editor, the calendar reimagined the classic tale. Duckie as Alice, Naomi Campbell as Royal Beheader, all celebrating black beauty and fantasy. The images were stunning. Duckie in elaborate gowns, surrounded by oversized props, a dark-skinned Alice in a wonderland that finally reflected real diversity. When released, the calendar made global headlines. Critics called it groundbreaking, revolutionary, historic. For Duckie, it was vindication. The same skin tone Australia called too dark was now considered art, worthy of fashion's highest honor. Major brands took notice: Oscar de la Renta, Moschino, Balmain. Everyone wanted the new Alice, the refugee's daughter who refused to shrink. Victoria's Secret called, wanted her for their 2018 show. From can't book jobs in Melbourne to walking the world's most watched runway. But 2 days before the show, disaster struck. Duckie was in a serious car accident, injured, shaken. Doctors advised rest. She walked anyway, strutted that runway with invisible pain and visible power. Because that's what survivors do. They keep moving forward. Success didn't silence Duckie. It amplified her voice. She spoke openly about being the only person of color on sets, missing makeup shades, no black hairstylists. But she offered solutions, diverse creative teams, photographers who understand dark skin, makeup artists for all shades. As L'Oreal Paris Global Ambassador, she pushed for inclusive beauty standards. Young, dark-skinned girls finally saw themselves in campaigns, had a role model. The nickname Black Barbie followed her. Duckie embraced it with pride. She never forgot her South Sudanese roots, still speaks her language, practiced traditions, proving refugees' children can conquer runways. Today, Duckie Thot is fashion royalty. Brooklyn resident, Rihanna's friend, books any job, but her impact runs deeper. She changed how fashion sees dark skin, forced brands to expand shade ranges, made diversity profitable. Young models message her daily. She gave them hope. Proven beauty has no color limits. Australian fashion slowly changes. More diverse faces emerge because Duckie proved their narrow vision was bad business. Her blueprint: don't change yourself. Change locations. Find your people. Build your own table. From refugee camp to Pirelli calendar, Melbourne rejection to New York recognition. That's the Duckie Thot story. They rejected Duckie for her dark skin. She crossed oceans and became fashion's most wanted face. From Australia's rejection to global domination, she proved beauty has no color limits. What dream are people saying you can't achieve? Where's your New York? Comment below. Subscribe to Elite Heaven for more game-changing stories. Duckie's still making history.